Here's your check, and here's yours, SpongeBob.
I can't accept your money, Mr. Krabs. Grilling is my passion.
What is this? You're making me pay you to stand at the cash register? What is the meaning of this? Have you gone off the deep end?
18, 19, and 20. Here you go, Mr. K. I think this should cover all my nonsense. Oh, and here's an extra 50 cents for when I was tying my shoe.
Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a crazy current events video for you guys. I got a video coming out this Sunday on GTA Online's 10-year anniversary, which I think you guys are going to love. But I also have some bad news, and that is that Cayo Perico has gotten nerfed. Now, you probably heard about it by now, but I spent most of the day today just grinding the Cayo Perico heist, and I was just trying to see whether I would, what the payouts were like myself. And I also wanted to see, how rare some of the items are to spawn in Cayo Perico. So Cayo Perico had gotten nerfed, so you guys might remember that earlier this year we had a nerf where, guards wouldn't be able to see bodies. That was now a thing, and it was much easier to get detected in Cayo Perico. We had the nerf where also Cayo Perico was put in a larger, greater cooldown time, but now we have a nerf to the actual payouts, which, how many more times are they going to nerf this heist? Because, I'll be honest with you guys, Cayo Perico is my favorite DLC. It is. It's the DLC that I love the most, and I like it because it adds a new location. It can be done all solo, and also adds a pretty interesting villain. You're fighting against the cartel, and, you're robbing from them, so I always did like that heist. I thought it was a pretty cool one, but, unfortunately, it's been nerfed. So, right here, and I will link this source down below, TesFun2, he posted a chart of the new payouts, the nerf right here. I'll link his tweet down below, but he says, Cayo Perico heist nerfs, Rockstar appears to be promoting co-op play, as you now have better chances of finding better secondary targets within the sites that require 2 players. So let's take a look. The tequila. The tequila, this bottle, was the worst thing that you could already find in Cayo Perico, and it's now becoming even more worse. It was $900,000 before, now it's $630,000. So imagine that, $630,000, that 30% decrease. 900K to 630,000. Ruby necklace, $1 million to $700,000. $300,000 difference there. And you guys are going to see that on a little gameplay that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. Bearer bonds, $1,100,000 to $770,000. And the safe cash, Rockstar even nerfed Rubio's safe cash, which doesn't even give you that much money in the first place. You got between $50,000 to $99,000. Now you get between $20,000 to $99,000. 60% decrease in minimum value. What were they thinking? And this is perhaps the stupidest one here. The setup fee. It went from $25,000 to $100,000 to set up the heist. Do you know what that's going to do now? What that's basically going to do is the hosts are just going to give themselves a bigger cut, and the players that join are going to get much lesser cuts, and so people are not going to want to do it co-op. Rockstar somehow thinks in their minds they're encouraging co-op play, but people are going to look at this and be like, hey, I'm not making that much money from this heist anymore. I'm going to give myself a bigger cut and take it away from the people joining my heist, and then people are going to leave, get pissed off that they're not getting big enough cuts. And even the secondary targets was nerfed. Let's see right here. Cash. Old values, $87,500 to $92,500. New values, $78,000 to $83,250. 10% decrease. Artwork, $175,000 to $200,000. Now it's $157,500 to $180,000. 10% decrease. Weed, $145,000 to $150,000. Now it's $130,000 to $135,000. 10% decrease. Cocaine, $220,000 to $225,000. Now it's $198,000 to $202,000. 10% decrease. And gold. Gold did not change. But gold, you require 2 people to get that anyways. There's no gold that spawns in places where you can grab it solo. And Rockstar lowered the RNG chance rate of cocaine from 40% to 30% in locations. So you can still get cocaine solo. I'll show you guys how I got cocaine solo later in this video. But the chances of it spawning in those solo locations are less. It says here, Rockstar increased the RNG chance rate of cocaine in select secondary target sites that require 2 players to open. These are like those places with the gate where you need to hit the switch and another player runs in there. That's basically that. In select secondary sites are required to 60% while lowering the chance of rate of cache, 80% to 40% in the same location. So I guess technically if you're doing this with 2 people, it would be a little easier to find cocaine, but it's still a pain. Because most people that are playing it two players are going to be going for the gold. They're not going to bother with the cocaine. So I personally just think that that's weird. You know, I don't know about 2 players that are going for cocaine because I run the Cayo Perico solo a lot of times, and I always go for cocaine. That's my favorite thing to go for. I look around the island, I find it, I get, 2 packs of cocaine, it fills up the bag, and that's the most that I can get besides getting gold, and I can do it solo, and I still can get a pretty good cut. And to be fair though, Tez made another tweet where Assault on Cayo Perico has been buffed by, it got typically a 2 times buff, so from tier 1, 5,000 to 10,000, tier 2, 7,500 to 15,000, tier 3, 10,000 to 20,000, minimum profits 25,000, 50,000, maximum profits 50,000 to 100,000. So, Assault on Cayo Perico, the bonus objectives had gotten a buff, and you get 2 times GTA and RP on the Assault on Cayo Perico. This might be a permanent change, and Rockstar is disabling the 2 times icons from appearing on the mode. So that we don't know yet. But I also did want to include that, to be fair, not just bash Rockstar constantly for the Cayo Perico. But I'll say, though, what they did, that's the adversary mode for people that are wondering. But for the heist itself, we have, terrible, terrible nerfs. It's just absolute stupidity what they did. But now let me show you guys the heist, where I was running the heist myself. So I was running Cayo Perico, and when I start, I always go in the hangar to see if there is cocaine there. I didn't see cocaine on the bottom rack there, and so I decided to climb up. I actually found some cocaine right there. Then what I did was I ran across the runway, and I found cocaine in the shack across. So I was able to find cocaine at the first starting point. Then I went into that, kind of like that little boating town that's it's the closest to the airfield, and I was able to find a pack of cocaine there. Then what I did was I ran across, and when I ran across, I was able to find 2 packs of cocaine. So there's 2 packs, one on the left, one in the front of me, that is in the two-player location. So these are the 2-player locations. You need to typically activate that switch, but it falls off here when you're doing the heist. And when I went through the other locations, I'm trying to remember whether I had found cocaine in the other ones. Let me just fast forward the clip right here. Yes, I found cocaine right where the farm is itself. I was able to find 1 pack right there. And in the other locations, I really wasn't able to find cocaine. There was no more. Now, I went on the security cameras, and it doesn't seem that I was able to find artwork. Artwork does tend to spawn rarely. It doesn't seem like artwork was changed at all. But artwork, the reason that that's good for a solo player is because if artwork spawns inside Rubio's office, that fills up 50% of your bag, 1 painting. If you got 1 artwork in the office, take the artwork and then take cocaine if you're a solo player. But if you got 2 artwork, take both of those, because that will give you the most amount there. But that's pretty much it. And I got the ruby necklace, as you guys see here. Now, for ruby necklace, I had gotten $770,000 on there. I'm assuming that that's because I'm playing on hard. If I was playing on normal, I guess it would be closer to $700,000 for that. But man, that really sucks. This used to be $1 million. So just really, really sucks. But anyways, let's just run through the heist here. So I ran through the heist, did it right here. I was doing it stealth. I went through it pretty quickly. I grabbed those 2 cocaines that are in the airfield, and then what I ended up doing is I cut the power. The rest of the ride, I took a dirt bike, and I took the dirt bike. I made my way all the way up to Rubio's compound, wasted a few guys with a suppressor right here, got through the compound, got in here, got the key card. There's always a guy with a key card outside the compound, so people are obsessed with always, doing submarine routes, but there's also other easy ways to get inside the compound besides that. You could also find the truck in disguise if you got that, but I was just going for time here. And once I get into the safe right here, the safe was actually worth about $26,000. So that's how much I got from the safe, $26,000, man. And went in the basement, and we got it. Then we go in the basement, and I got the ruby necklace. Now I'm at $1,289,000, and all I basically do is I just run out of here. That's it, and just go to this edge, and I just swim out. And I did get, Elite Challenge. So there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, it's almost impossible to get Elite Challenge if you're doing it solo, if you don't do the underwater, submarine route, and you just, swim in. No, I'm telling you, it's still possible to very much do Elite Challenge, as you guys see. I had a minute and about 30 seconds here to spare, so it is still possible. I did get a decent payout here, $1,234,000, so you still can make money from this heist, but I'm telling you guys that less and less people are going to want to do this heist. People are not going to be more inclined to do this heist, because I'm telling you, with those nerfs, with what Rockstar did, with the cooldown nerf, I'm telling you, the cooldown nerf didn't affect it that much. When Rockstar did the cooldown nerf, plenty of people were still doing Cayo Perico. They were just running casino heists instead on the other heists that they were running. But once Rockstar actually patched the AI and they made it where they could find bodies really quickly, once they changed that, the amount of people playing Cayo Perico dropped. Now, I don't have a chart to show you guys how many people play Cayo Perico. I have absolutely no idea. But what I can tell you from my personal experience is the numbers dropped significantly. The amount of people that played Cayo Perico after that nerf with the guards spotting you really quickly, it dropped so much. And I have some proof for this. How do I know? Because if you watch my live streams, at the end of my live stream, I always run 1 or 2 heists at the end of the live stream. And I don't ask people for a specific heist, you know? I ask people, you know, what heist do you want to do, obviously, but I don't tell people, oh, I'm only going to do, you know, Cayo Perico, or I'm going to do casino heist, and I just ask people, you know, do you need help with a heist? And the last few months, when I was doing heists on these streams, it's almost always casino heist. It's almost always casino heist. Nobody is asking me for help with a Cayo Perico. And beforehand, I had, you know, before, you know, the guards got all messed up with that, I had tons of people that would always ask me, you know, can you help me with Cayo Perico? Can we do Cayo Perico and get the gold? I would have so many people always ask me that, but now I even offline, when I'm not even on stream, I get messages from people on my friends list saying, you know, professional, can you help me complete my casino heist? But I've barely seen any messages of people saying, oh, professional, can you help me complete Cayo Perico? So I'm telling you, this is going to kill this heist even more. There's going to be even less people playing this. So the best DLC, this is the best DLC that GTA Online has ever had. I still feel that way. I still think Cayo Perico is the greatest DLC that they've ever made. But it's with these nerfs, this stupid guard thing, and now the payouts, less and less people are going to play this. I'm telling you, they are killing this heist. And why are they doing this primarily? They're doing this primarily so that people go for shark cards, or they're more inclined to buy GTA Plus. I really cannot think of any other reason why. Because when you think about it, Cayo Perico is one of the easiest ways for a new player to make money, because you get like 1,200,000, you get the submarine, and then you got the heist set up. And at that point, you can just keep doing that solo. And so this Cayo Perico is a blessing to, you know, solo players, and also a blessing to new players, because they were able to get money and get enough money to get all the other businesses and the other stuff. And I think that is pissing off Rockstar and cutting into their shark card sales, and so they are doing this. They are now ruining Cayo Perico and killing it. So, like I said, don't want to keep repeating myself. You can still make good money from it. You can still, you know, run it, get cocaine, do it solo like I did, and even get Elite Challenge. But it's just the amount of money that you're getting from it is as much less. You know, I got, you know, what, $1,200,000. Let me just look at my final amount. What did I get again? I got, you know, $1,234,000. That's because of Elite Challenge. And if I add on $300,000, you know, I would have had $1,400,000. You know, $1,500,000. Now I have this, and if I was getting the tequila, if I had the tequila bottle, guys, you know, I'd probably be closer to $1 million. You know, I definitely wouldn't have these numbers here, so it's just stupid. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this going to get you to stop playing Cayo Perico? Let me know in the comments. Are you still going to play Cayo Perico, or are you just done with it? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.